Hello, yoga family. Welcome back to the mat. Welcome back to my channel, the best place to practice yoga for your body, mind, and soul. Today's class is a full body, full length Hatha yoga flow. And the intention I'm setting for all of us today is I commit to my evolution. Take a moment to write that in the comments, all caps. I commit to my evolution, so I know you're committing to this intention with me. And it is so important, especially for this class, because I need to share with you that this is part of my homework for completing my 200-hour yoga teacher training. Now, this isn't my first 200-hour yoga teacher training. Just a few months back, I decided to reinvest in my education and go back to the foundation or the basics of becoming a yoga teacher. And I did this in Costa Rica at a 17-day immersion with Selena Garefino, who is one of my teachers. Let me tell you, it felt incredible and really difficult to practice for 17 days in a row, waking up at 5:30 in the morning, completing practice well into the evening. And now, after all of that studying and immersion, I am here completing my 200-hour yoga teacher training with you. So thank you for joining me. I really appreciate your participation and supporting me through the process. Now, if you're listening to this and you're like, wait, I want to become a yoga teacher or I want to further my education and do a second 200 or 300-hour yoga teacher training, definitely check out my teacher, Selena Garefino. You can learn more about her in the description below. She has online and in-person teacher trainings and retreats. And she is so wise and knowledgeable. I can't recommend her enough. Now, I will not be teaching with any props today. However, I am gonna say if you like to be bolstered or supported in seated floor poses, do have a blanket nearby. I've got one at the end of my mat waiting for me when we get there. Okay, other than that, remember our intention is I commit to my evolution. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel to support free at-home yoga, and we will begin in child's pose. All right, starting in child's pose, balasana, knees at a comfortable hip width distance. Send the hips back over the heels. Walk the hands out in front of you. Lengthen through the side body and soften the chest and the forehead down to the mat. Begin to welcome your breath into the experience. Connecting your hearing with your breathing. Letting your breath anchor you in this now here now moment. Allowing your mind to focus. Allowing stuck tension to soften. Giving yourself permission to evolve through your practice so you can step off your mat and evolve in your life. Sealing our intention within, I commit to my evolution. And on your next inhale, rise up. Bring the knees underneath the hips as you come into cow pose. Tailbone lifts, belly softens, chest expands. Exhale, back, child's pose. 3 more just like that. Inhale again into cow pose. This time, exhale, curl the toes under, push down into your hands to find downward facing dog. And we'll move dynamically here. This is your exhale. Inhale, soften the knees, find cow pose. Exhale, downward dog. 2 more repetitions. Hold this downward facing dog. Allow yourself to settle into the strength and support that it provides. Push down through the L shape of the thumb and the pointer finger and grip your yoga mat. Wrap your shoulders around your heart. Ears in line with the biceps, chest softening towards the tops of the thighs. Sacrum lifting and spreading up towards the sky. I always love a bend in my knees here, letting the hamstrings lengthen without the calves speaking too loudly. Inhale to gaze forward. Walk your feet towards the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway, slide hands up shins, lengthen from tail to crown. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last round, inhale, lift up halfway. Create vertebral space from tail to crown, chin slightly tucks in, and exhale, fold. Inhale, root down to rise high, sweep the arms out to the side, come all the way up, reach through the fingertips, exhale, hands down through heart, and by your sides for mountain pose, Tadasana. Taking a moment to check in with this foundational posture, rocking forward and back, heel to ball to toe, toe to ball to heel, sensing the inner and the outer heel, the pinky and the big toes, feeling rooted and firm, and drawing that grounded energy up through the thighs, kneecaps gently lifts. Core engages, chest broadens, shoulders drape down the back. Again, chin slightly towards chest. You can softly gaze forward or close your eyes. Recommit to that intention. I commit to my evolution. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, fold through the midline, folding into the hip crease. Chin stays in towards chest as you fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step back, plank. You are more than welcome to lower to the knees or all the way to the belly. Untuck toes. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, lower down. Curl toes back under. Find downward facing dog. Lifting onto the knees or through plank for that transition. Whole breath in downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Make your way to the top of the mat. Walking or stepping or hopping. Inhale, halfway. Greet yourself upon arrival. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roots your eyes, come all the way up. Reach through the inner elbows. Exhale, hands down through heart. Inhale, sweep them high. Exhale, fold through midline. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back plank. Lower to the belly. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, lower down. Send the hips back, downward facing dog. Whole breath here. Inhale to gaze forward, make your way to the top. Lift up halfway upon arrival. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Another Surya Namaskar-A. Option to lower into Chaturanga, into upward facing dog, your choice. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, fold. Fold into that hip crease. Chin stays in towards chest. Lift up halfway. Exhale, step back plank, lowering all the way to the belly or Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful work. Keeping the breath active, helping us to anchor ourselves in this moment. Inhale, gaze forward. Walk, step, or hop, top of the mat. You always have that option. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Feet hip width distance. If you're unsure what hip width distance is, 2 fists, measure the stance. Moving into Surya Namaskar-B. Strong, this is a strong sequence. So take your time and do what you can. Inhale, bend the knees deeply, send the hip creases back, weight in the heels. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Wrapping armpits towards heart here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step back plank, lower to belly or Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, back downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward. Back foot spins down. Rise up, warrior one. Exhale, plant hands, step back, plank pose. Lower to belly or Chaturanga. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale, downward dog. Step the left foot forward. Right foot spins down. Inhale up, warrior one. Exhale, lower hands, step back plank. Lower to belly or Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, back downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Continuing to wrap armpits towards heart as you soften the chest towards the thighs. As my teacher Selena says, find the back bend in the forward bend. Last breath. Inhale to gaze forward. Walk, step, or hop, top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana. Bend the knees deeply. Send the hip creases back. Inhale, reach up, chair pose. Exhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. 2 more rounds of Surya Namaskar B. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step back, plank, belly or chaturanga. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale, downward dog. Step the right foot forward. Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, plant hands. Move through a vinyasa. From downward dog, step the left foot forward. Inhale up, warrior 1. Exhale, lower down. Step back, plank. Lower to chaturanga or belly. Inhale for the back bend. Exhale, downward dog. 3 breaths. Recenter. Inhale to gaze forward. Walk, step, hop, top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Send those hip creases back. Reach through the sides of the bodies all the way through the inner elbow. And stand up tall. 1 more round. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, move through a vinyasa. You choose the variation. From downward dog, step the right foot forward. Inhale up, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, lower down. Vinyasa. Step the left foot forward. Inhale up, warrior 1. Exhale, lower down. Vinyasa. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale, downward dog. 3 whole breaths. Option to take child's pose here. Inhale to gaze forward. Walk, step, or hop. Inhale, lift up halfway, greet yourself. I commit to my evolution. Exhale, fold. Inhale up, Utkatasana. Bend the knees, send the hip creases back. Reach and lift through the torso. Again, can you find a back bend in the forward bend? Wrap the armpits towards the heart. Navel draws back. We're holding a few breaths here. Last one. And inhale to stand all the way up. Whew, your girl is sweating. Take a moment, pause, come back into Tadasana. Awesome. Coming into tree pose. All of the weight comes into the right foot. We have 3 bus stops with tree pose. First, come up onto the ball of the left foot. Externally rotate the left leg. And here you can slide the sole of the left foot to the right ankle. And here's bus stop number 1. This is my mom's tree pose. If you're watching, Mom, I love you. You can also slide the sole of the foot to the lower leg. This is bus stop number 2. Or you can assist the foot up into the right thigh. Nice. And then if you're all the way up into the upper thigh, push thigh into foot and foot into thigh and draw into the midline to lift up. Awesome. Everyone, hands at heart center. You can extend the fingertips high to the sky and open them wide like branches. 3 breaths. Palms touch overhead, hug the hands down through heart center, and release that left leg. Great work. Other side, all of the weight in the left foot. Come up onto the ball of the right foot, externally rotate the right leg. Sole of the foot comes to the ankle, bus stop number 1, try it on. Bus stop number 2, the lower leg. And bus stop number 3, coming all the way up into the upper thigh here. So maybe trying a different bus stop if you always do a different one. Hands come to heart center. Extend the fingertips up to the sky, the ceiling, and open your branches wide, welcoming in growth, new knowledge, gaining wisdom, committing to your evolution. Last breath. Palms touch overhead. Hug them down into heart center and release your right leg. Great work. Bring your feet about 3 feet, about 4 maybe hips width distance, and you're facing the long edge of your mat. So this is going to be our neutral stance. And from here, we'll do different asymmetrical postures on both sides, right? So we'll be moving dynamically through a lot of them, which is the way that this sequence was taught to me. And it's such a beautiful way to warm the body before we hold in a static posture. Pinky edge toe is, pinky edge side of the toe is parallel with the short end of the mat here. Arms come out to a T. This is our neutral stance. Pivot the right foot to face the front of the mat and then kick the left heel out as well. So you've got right heel to left arch alignment. Soften the left hand to the back of the thigh and rotate so that the palm of the hand is facing out. Inhale the right arm up towards the right ear. This right arm, right ear connection is important, okay? So we're gonna keep it for most of the dynamic movement. Inhale here to root down through your legs and lift up through your right inner elbow. Exhale, hinge into triangle pose, but only come halfway down. Lower your arm to your shin. So stay here in this halfway position. Inhale the right arm back towards the ear and come all the way back up. We'll do that a few more times together. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge at the hips, halfway lowering down. Lower the arm all the way. Swing the right arm back up. It connects with the right ear and lift all the way up. One more just like that. Right arm lowers, right arm lifts, connects with the ear, and lift all the way up. Last one, inhale, reach through the right inner elbow. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Lower this right arm down, and now hold triangle pose, reaching the left arm high to the sky, stacking both shoulders, rotating the chest to the side of the mat. Awesome. Release that left hand back down where it was. Gaze down and extend that right arm out in front of you. It reaches the ear. Lift all the way up. Great work. Come back into that neutral stance. Feet are parallel. Reach the fingertips long. Come into this T. Reset. Whole breath. Rotate the left foot to face the back of the mat and kick the right heel out. Again, finding that front heel to back arch of the foot alignment. Right hand rests on your backside, but flip it so that the palm faces out. Left arm comes up towards the ear. Inhale to lengthen through the side body and all the way up through the inner left elbow. Exhale, hinge at the hips, coming halfway down. Then lowering the left hand down towards the shin. Inhale it back up to meet the ear and come all the way back up. Inhale here. Exhale, lower halfway. Hand lowers towards shin. Bring it back up and rise all the way high. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Lower the left arm, bring it back, connect it with the left ear, and lift all the way back up. This time we'll fold and hold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge at the left hip. Lower that left hand towards the shin, maybe a block or the mat, and bring the right arm high. Opening and rotating your chest. Legs are firm, legs are active. Return the right arm, gaze down, really firm your abdomen to support you here. Reach the left arm out, connect it with your ear, lift all the way back up and return back to a neutral stance. Take a whole breath. Okay, right foot rotates out. Again, kick that left heel out. You are in the heel to arch alignment. Bend deeply into the right knee, coming into side angle pose, Utthita Parsva Konasana. That's one I always confuse with pyramid pose when I say it in Sanskrit. This right forearm will rest on the top of the right thigh. Rest, okay? So it's a very light touch. Sweep the left arm down and around and overhead as you rotate the chest up towards the ceiling. Reach through the pinky of your left hand towards the top of the mat. And check in with your right hip. Is it poking out? Can you hug it towards the back of the mat? 3 breaths. On an inhale, send energy down through that right heel to windmill up and come back into your neutral stance. Whole breath, reset. Rotate the left foot to face the back of the mat. Kick that right heel out. Inhale here. Exhale, bend deeply in that left knee and the left forearm rests on the thigh, sweeping the right arm down, forward and around, rotating the chest open. And again, checking in with that left hip, just gliding it back. Rotating open through the chest, reaching through the right pinky finger. 3 breaths here. Inhale to push down through the core of that left heel to windmill back up. Arms to a T and heel toe the feet in a bit. Take a whole breath to reset. Bring hands to hips and step to the top of the mat. Step the right foot back, about 3 feet, maybe more, depending on your warrior one. And I like to have my feet on railroad tracks to give my pelvis space here. Arms down by your sides. This is your exhale breath here. And first, before we begin, let's check in with the feet. So left foot is facing forward and that right foot is at a 45-degree angle. So it's about at 1:30, 2 o'clock, okay? Exhale completely. Inhale, bend the front knee, reach the arms up towards the sky for warrior one, 𝗬𝗏𝗏 𝗏. Exhale to straighten the left leg, arms come down by your side. Repeat with me and breathe. If you tend to have low back discomfort in this pose, you can keep the shoulders forward of the hips just a bit, and that will alleviate that discomfort. And let's go 2 more times together. This last one, hold here. 3 breaths. Check in with your back ankle. Lift that inner ankle. Reach all the way up through the inner elbows. See if you can get even more height, more space, lifting the rib cage away from the pelvis. Last breath. And exhale, straighten the front leg, arms come down, bring hands to hips, and step to the top of the mat. Left foot goes back. Preparing, railroad track your feet here. Arms down by your sides. Left foot is again at about 10:30, 11 o'clock. Inhale into warrior one. Exhale, straighten front leg, arms come down. Inhale, 𝗬𝗏𝗏 𝗏. Exhale, come down. 2 more. And repeat a final time, and this time we'll hold. Again, lifting the back inner ankle. That always makes a really nice adjustment in my body. Firming the front leg and wrapping that right glute down and under. Lengthening through the side body, through the inner elbows. Thinking to myself, how much expansion can I create here? And exhale, straighten the front leg, arms come down, step to the top of the mat, return to Tadasana, take 3 breaths. I commit to my evolution. Saying that to yourself. Completing that 3rd breath. Committing to your growth. Step back out into our neutral stance. Facing the long edge of your mat. Arms are out at a T here. Coming into 𝗬𝗏𝗏 𝗏, rotate the right foot to face forward. Kick the left heel out again. Bend deeply into that front knee. And check in with yourself. A lot of us tend to hinge towards our front leg. See if you can square yourself over your perineum as you extend your arms out to a T. Arms are firm, legs are firm, that front knee's tractioning towards the pinky edge toe, gazing out over our middle finger. Two more breaths. Awesome work. Straighten that front knee, pivot the right foot in, and come back into neutral stance. Take a whole breath, recenter. Rotate the left foot to face the back of the mat. And again, kick that right heel out, coming into warrior two. You might need to heel toe to widen your distance here. Deep bend into the front left knee. Tractioning that knee towards the pinky edge toe here. Again, checking in with our torso, and if we're leaning forward, can we square ourselves up over our perineum, stand tall, extend through the fingertips, gaze over that left middle finger. Committing to your evolution. In this now here, here now moment. Final breath. Straighten that front leg, heel toe the feet together, come back to neutral stance and take a whole breath. Hands to hips, step to the top of the mat again. Step that left foot back about 2 to 3 feet, 3 to 4 feet, coming into pyramid pose. So again, feet are on railroad tracks here. And this is Utthita Parsvottanasana. This is the one I always confuse with side angle pose. So right hand comes to the back of the sacrum. The back of the hand meets the back of your sacrum or your low back. Inhale to reach up through your left inner elbow and fingertips, and take a slight bend in the front leg here. I really want you to feel the ball of your foot. Inhale again, reach. Exhale to fold forward. Right hip goes back, left hip comes forward as you reach the left fingertips towards the mat. And inhale will lift you back up. Nice work. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise high. Reach through the left fingertips, really extend as you push down through the ball of the right foot to lift all the way up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, reach through the left fingertips as you root down to rise high. Exhale, fold. Chin to chest as you fold. And this time, stay and hold. Reach through the left fingertips. If you'd like, you can remove the right hand and reach through both fingertips. Last breath. Return that right hand, if you removed it, to the low back. Inhale to push down through the ball of the right foot. Lengthen out of your pelvis as you lift all the way up and high. Hands come to hips, step to the top of the mat. Step the right foot back. Other side. Left hand, back of the hand to the back of the sacrum. Reach through the right arm, reach through the right inner elbow, and take that slight bend in the front leg so that you can feel the ball of your foot and therefore connect to the posterior chain of the body. Again, inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, fold. Right hip coming forward, left hip reaching back. As you reach through the side body, right fingertips extending long. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come back up. 2 more. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root down to rise high. Exhale, fold. This time, hold at the bottom. Option to remove left hand and reach through both fingertips. Left hip is moving back in space, right hip is moving forward. Head and neck are relaxed. Return the left hand if you removed it. Push down through the ball of the left foot. Engage the legs. Inhale to gaze forward. Reach the right fingertips forward and come all the way up to stand. Step to the top of the mat. Hands at hips. We're coming down to the floor now. So option to vinyasa your way there. This is your last opportunity to take a vinyasa. This is also a great opportunity for water. Okay. Coming into a boat pose variation. Legs are long out in front of you. Flex through the feet. Lift up, reach the fingertips high and steeple the fingertips. This is our inhale. Listen carefully. Exhale, begin to scoop the belly. And slide the tailbone under as you drag the heels back, point the fingers forward, and come up into boat pose. So as you can see, my boat pose is really low. You could also have bent knees here like so. And then drop the heels, slide them forward as you lengthen the spine back up and reach the fingertips high. Inhale here. Exhale, scoop the belly, tailbone tucks under as you lift up into boat pose. And lower the heels down, slide them forward, lift up, reach through the fingertips. Let's go for 3 more. Last one. This one, hold another breath. Great work. Coming into Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet come together as the knees go wide. Fingertips around your big toes and lengthen, lift. Take another centering breath here. Inhale. Exhale, bend at the elbows, send them towards the back of the mat as you hinge forward, keeping this lengthened spine. You won't go very far. And inhale to lift back up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. This time, hold there. You can round the back. Let the head and neck hang heavy. Let this be a passive stretch. Next, inhale, lengthen up out of that, sit all the way tall. Awesome. And extend the legs long. If you like to prop up your pelvis and sit on the edge of the blanket, this is a great time to do that. Extend the left leg long and hug the sole of the right foot towards the inner left thigh here for 𝗙𝗔 𝗪𝗪. In 𝗙𝗔 𝗪𝗪, we have the right hip wanting to bring it forward, okay? Inhale, lift up. Exhale, with this long spine, again, hinge. And then you can place your hands on the mat. You can place them on your shin or wrap them around the edge of your foot. So contrary to what many think and what I thought, this is not intended to be a hamstring stretch. This is actually intended to be a QL stretch for the right side. So we're slightly twisting our torso so that it is directly over the left foot. And that enables the right side of the back to feel a stretch here. Last breath. Inhale to lengthen and lift up out of the pose. Rock back, windshield wipe the feet from side to side. And other side. Extend right leg. Left sole of the foot comes into the right inner thigh. And again, check in with those hips. Inhale, reach up. Rotate the torso towards the right as you exhale and fold forward, finding where you want to place your hands today. And focusing your awareness into the left QL. So the left side of the back from the thoracic all the way down to the pelvis. Next inhale, lengthen up. Come out of the posture and lie all the way down onto your belly. All the way down. Extend the left arm long. This is a variation of locust pose. It's neutralizing for the body. Back of the right hand rests on the sacrum here. On an inhale, you'll lift the right leg and the left arm. On an exhale, you'll come back down and switch the hands. So right arm will come forward, left arm will come to the sacrum. Take a moment to send your pubic bone down and lift the navel away from the earth plane. Inhale, right leg, left arm lift. Exhale, lower down and switch the arms. Inhale, left leg, right arm. Exhale, lower and switch. You don't need to come high up at all. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, lower and switch. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Keep moving like that. One more time each side. And pause. You can rest both hands underneath the forehead, stacking them atop one another. If you feel inclined to do so, shimmy the hips around. Awesome. Come back up to a seated posture. Again, if you want your blanket, bring it along. Extend the legs out long in front of you. And keeping the knees pretty bent here. This is a dynamic forward fold variation that I really enjoy. Sitting up on your perineum. Again, knees are hip width distance, legs are hip width distance, and knees can be slightly bent, toes flexing back towards the face. Inhale to root down to rise high. And exhale to hinge at your hip crease and reach for the pinky edge side of the foot. Inhale to lift up and lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lift up, lengthen, extend the fingertips, and come all the way back up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend the elbows and hinge down. Inhale, lengthen. Reach fingertips long and come all the way back up. Last one, lengthen up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold and hold. Breathing into the low back here. Allowing your breath to massage your lumbar spine and any tension you've accumulated. Last breath. Inhale to lift. Reach the fingertips out long, come all the way up. Great work. Extend the right leg and bring the left heel in towards your seat here. Cross the right foot, the left foot actually across you. So left sole of the foot across the right thigh. This left arm comes back as a kickstand. Inhale the right arm high. Exhale, you can twist around yourself and bring the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. If this is like, this is too much for me, wrap the right arm around the left knee, and this might feel better for you here. Whichever one you choose, let the hips become really heavy. The right leg is active, and begin to lift on the inhale. Feel that space being made in your spinal column. And as you exhale, slowly rotate and revolve around yourself. We'll hold for 3 breaths. Let's add on another 2. Inhale, unravel, face forward. Bring the left leg long. Take a moment, just feel the difference. Bend this right knee, hug sole of the foot in and across to the outside of the left thigh. Right hand comes back as that kickstand. Inhale, reach the left arm high. Exhale, coming into the twist with the elbow on the outside of the right knee, or wrapping the arm around the right knee with the crux of your elbow. Choosing your version. Letting the hips become heavy again. With each exhale, you can find a little bit more revolution. Once you find a spot that's like, yes, this is my pose, pause and breathe for 3. Gaze forward, unwind yourself. And we're coming into 𝗪𝗏 So this is a sage pose, and I rarely teach this posture, so stick with me. Swing both legs, knees over to the left and feet over to the right, okay? The left hand is going to support you here. And this bottom left leg, wrap the left foot around so that your toes are resting on top of the back of your right ankle. Okay, so left toes are on top of the back right ankle. And now lift up again, right? Find that long spinal column, and this right arm will wrap around to the outside of the left thigh. Now, if you have a little bit more space here, you can wrap the top of the right hand underneath the left thigh here, which is really nice if you can get there because it helps anchor you. Again, lift here. And then left hand comes to meet right elbow, and drop your right ear towards your right shoulder, and even let your head fall back some here. And take some breaths. Play with the positioning of your neck, maybe gazing down at your right shoulder and then lifting the chin slightly, going forward and back, or finding stillness and savoring that stillness. Last breath. Release left hand to begin. Rotate back towards the left. Unhook your right arm. Come back through to center. And swing the legs around. Let's go to the other side. So knees over to the right, feet over to the left. And the bottom right foot is going to wrap on top of the left back ankle. Okay? Once you have the hook, it's like, okay, I'm nestled in here. The right hand goes back, twist the torso over to the right, and this left hand is coming across. Again, if you can find that extra space, see if you can reach down and place the top of the left hand underneath the right thigh here. Lift back up. And then the right hand will meet the left elbow. And again, let the left ear soften towards the left shoulder, and then even gazing down towards the left shoulder. Simultaneously, the right shoulder is trying to open. You can play with the positioning of your chin. Last breath. Lift the head first. Release right arm down to the mat. Rotate back towards the right. Unhinge the left hand if you had it there. And bring both hands behind you now. And find a few windshield wipers with the legs. Okay, one more time each side. And swing all the way around. Come down onto your back. Knees stay bent. Feet are planted for bridge pose. Palms down by your side. Feet are hip width distance. Knees tractioning over the feet. Find your neutral spine. Pelvis is heavy. And take a moment to hug the rib cage down and in. Activate your abdomen. On an inhale, we'll lift the pelvis and simultaneously lift the arms overhead too. Inhale, push down through all four corners of the feet. lift the hips and arms come overhead with you. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 3 more. If you would like a full back bend variation of your bridge pose, please go for it, take it. Otherwise, begin to extend the legs long for Shavasana. Feet are wider than hip width distance and allow them to splay out, toes out, heels in. Palms rest down by your sides, facing up. Lengthen the back of your neck and let the chin soften towards the chest. Close down your eyes. And beginning from the feet, allow the heels to grow heavy. The lower legs to relax. Knee joint, relax. Thighs soften. Hip joints relax. Pelvis center, the space between the hip joints, relax. Belly softens. Breath is natural, smooth. Heart center, relax. Right and left breast, relax. Shoulders grow heavy. Elbow joints relax. Wrist joints relax. Thumb, second finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky fingers, relax. Core of the chest, relax. Throat center grows heavy. Jaw softens. Lips and teeth begin to part. Tongue relaxes down. Ears relax. Eyes draw down towards the earth plane. Forehead smooths and softens. Eyebrow center relax. Crown of the head relax. Whole body rests. The mind rests. Awareness stays aware. body rests here. Begin to deepen your breath. Feel the rise and fall of your abdomen, the expansion and the contraction. Welcome small movements. And extend the arms overhead, grow long from fingertips to toes. I commit to my evolution. Bend the knees. Come onto your side, your favorite side for fetal pose. Bottom arm acts as your pillow, your support system. And press your way all the way up to a seat. Again, sitting on the edge of a blanket, if you like that support. And keep the eyes softly closed once you arrive here. Roots down, crown high. Beginning to practice dirgha breath, 3-part breath. Breaking the breath up into 3 pieces, 3 parts. Inhale through the nostrils into the top of the chest. Inhale again to the rib cage and again to the belly. And exhaling belly, rib cage, chest, back through the nostrils. And making that one smooth process. So one long inhale through the nostrils into the chest, the rib cage, and the belly, reaching your fullest expansion. And exhaling belly, ribs draw in, breath leaves the chest and exits out the nostrils. Take 3 more breaths just like that. After your 3rd repetition, pause here, eyes closed, body rests, mind rests, awareness stays aware. Awareness at the outermost layer, your physical body. Sensing the air around you, the touch of your clothing, the skin that you live within. Draw your awareness in a layer to your energetic body, the subtle body. Draw your awareness in another layer, reaching your emotional body, where you have the right to feel. Drawing your awareness in again, another layer deeper to the mental body. Draw your awareness in again to the wisdom body, your intellect, your right to understand. Connecting with insight and intuition. And draw your awareness in again to the midline, to the most subtle piece of you, the soul body, the bliss body, the core of who you are. Your highest self. The self that is always here. The one constant. And now expand your awareness to hold all of these bodies. See, sense, feel the physical, the energetic, emotional, mental, intellect, and bliss. You are whole, body, mind, and soul. You have a right to grow. You can and you will evolve. Another moment here with yourself. Savor the stillness. Big inhale through the nose. Sigh on the exhale. Eyes stay softly closed. Sweep the arms out to the side. Gather up your right to evolution. Palms touch. Hug them down through heart center. We'll seal this with an Om. Inhale to prepare. Draw the corners of your mouth up towards your ears. Thank yourself for coming to the mat today. When you feel ready, open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me. Please remember to really stay committed to our intention, which is evolution. And knowing that when we step off this mat, the hardest part is to stay committed to that. And so becoming intentional with what you plan to do today, that will help you evolve, right? Think of that one thing that you can do imperfectly that will help you evolve. And please don't forget that this class was part of my 200-hour yoga teacher training. And if you are at all interested in becoming a yoga teacher, to please click the link in the description to learn more about Selena Garefino, her offerings, her programs, her retreats, and her YouTube channel. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. And now the real work begins, as always, to take this off the mat and into our daily lives.